with immigration being what it is, first of all, there's a bounty on your head if you get caught marrying someone fraudulently for papers. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Imperfectly Marielle here, back with another video.
Yes, so your eyes do not deceive you. That is a huge pimple right there up under my nose, yes.
Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for commenting. I really appreciate you guys' point of view, your comments, your well wishes, your prayers. All you guys are very positive people. I don't care what they say. There's still some good positive folks out there. So I appreciate you guys. Keep engaging with me, please. You guys are keeping me going. As you know, I am in a country by myself. My family's away. So this has been kind of like a little platform to make some new friends and create a new little family. I appreciate all the love. You guys mean so much to me. So far, I have a couple of you who stand out to me, who are newly subscribed, but have been commenting on every video, have been encouraging, have been praying for me. I really appreciate that. So not to go on and on, because y'all know how I could do. Let us get into this week's video. So what I wanted to talk about this week was one of the commonly asked questions that I get in person, when I was in the States, when I was in detention, now that I'm here and now on YouTube, is this question right here. Everybody wants to know because it seems like the only logical thing to have done to avoid being here today. And that is, why didn't you marry an American citizen to get your papers? That question is multi-layered. Marrying someone, while it seemed like the easiest way to get papers, is not as simple as you guys think. I know back in the day, marriage was like, okay, if that's not a family member, that's not your child, marrying would be, you know, there was times where like family members would marry each other to bring them, you know, to the country, because it wasn't so many like paperwork and so much investigation and such a process. Now, with immigration being what it is, first of all, there's a bounty on your head if you get caught marrying someone fraudulently for papers. Like, they have, it's such a multi-layered process now. You have to like have an address with this person. You have to have shared bank accounts. You have to create a whole life together. Back in the day, you present a picture of you with this person at a park, at the movies, or whatever have you. Now there needs to be documentation that you and this person cohabitate. You guys share life together. So it's not as simple as just meeting someone saying, hey, I need you to give me papers. Or even when we paid, remember back in the day, people used to pay, you know, $5,000, $10,000 at one point in the 90s for someone to marry you. Now, because the stakes are so high, it's like people want 30, 40, 50 grand to do this for you because they're risking their freedom. And so it's not like I was rolling in the dough. I was working in a restaurant. Like, I was a waitress. I was a cocktail waitress, bartender. So I didn't have $30,000, $40,000 disposable to marry. In hindsight, would it have been my best bet? I honestly believe so. I honestly believe I should have at least tried. But to kind of be honest with you, deportation was never on my mind. I want to be clear. I wasn't, as far as I knew what deportation meant and the types of people that got deported, I didn't fit that lifestyle. I was a single working mother. I had gone to school. I had been in the country since I was a child. I never thought in a million years, and that's stupid me. Comment down below if you think I was dumb for not ever thinking that I could have been deported. I never imagined I would have ever been someone who gotten deported. And so, to be all the way real with you, I never prioritized getting my papers. I think I was just waiting on a miracle to happen. Once I did find out I was undocumented, and I did realize my family could no longer do that for me, and it was on me to do, I just figured some law would pass that would like magically I don't know, or maybe I was thinking when my son turned 21 he would automatically do it for me. I did not I made such a life for myself without it. I gotten used to not voting. I gotten used to not traveling internationally. I'd gotten used to doing so many things that involved having papers that it was no longer at the forefront of my mind. Now call me I'm telling you, I admit it. That was dumb. I should have never thought that way. So imagine my surprise when under this administration, a knock on my door and they're telling me that I'm being removed. I didn't think, even people that know about, like I have, like my son's father, he's Jamaican. And when I spoke to him about this prior to me getting picked up, I'm like, you know, we got to figure something out. And he's like, you ain't got nothing to worry about. You could live here forever and not ever get your papers. You never have nothing to worry about. You get up and you go to work every day. Nobody thought that I would get deported. Because I was not living a life of crime. Because I didn't go around shooting up daycare centers and slapping up old folks at the retirement home. I didn't live the type of life. I wasn't gang affiliated. Now, I have had some run-ins with the law, but they were like minor. Like, I had never done anything that was considered, oh my God. And so imagine how shocked I was when I was actually being removed. So again, should I have considered it? Absolutely. Now looking back, hindsight is 2020. I should have absolutely considered it. And do I kick myself sometimes for the things that I didn't do? For sure. Because now I'm in a situation that is too big to go back now. When I was in the States, things were a little easier. Once you've been stamped removed, you have this bar, and now you have this, it's a mark on you. So it's not impossible for me to come back, but there are levels there are steps I have to go through. So even with my son now being 21, there's still things. I have a bar, I have a ban that I have to not ask for a pardon for. So had I not been removed, we wouldn't have had to worry about this step of, so I just wanted to touch on that question, because you guys have every right to inquire, because here I am telling you this story and I'm expecting you guys to eat it up. But of course, you're going to have questions. You're going to wonder, like, well, why didn't you do this? Especially if you know people who've been through stuff. If you're from another country and you migrated illegally, you may be like, well, I did this. Why didn't you do that? So again, my story is very, very multi-layered and it's very complicated. So it's not an easy fix. It was never going to be an easy fix. Certain things were put into place before I was even old enough to know I was undocumented that I would have to go undo. And so yeah, so we'll just put it to you like this. When I became an adult, getting married was not at the forefront of my mind. I even have ex-boyfriends who hit me up now when they found out I've been deported. They were like, what? Why you ain't tell me? I could have helped. And then there's this prideful aspect of it too, because y'all my friends now. I could tell you the truth. I've always been so independent, right? I've always been a person who liked to take care of things myself. When I had my first son, my son's father pretty much left me. So I had to raise him on my own. Just throughout life, just didn't have much support. From being orphaned early, just we'll get into stuff. Getting married for papers to me was giving another person too much control, was giving them too much to hang over my head. And so the concept that this person would do me this favor to basically change my life and legalize me in this country where I'd be able to go to school and work and do all these things, that was giving him too much. And unless I had $30,000 to $40,000 to pay you for your services, first of all, I was too embarrassed to tell anybody I dated that I was undocumented. I'm trying to think, not only having that conversation and then asking you to help me, that was just too much. Yeah, I know, that's bad. I'm working on that. God ain't through with me yet. That was too much. So I wanted to fix it on my own somehow. And when I couldn't, I just put it in, in the back of my mind. So yeah, drop that in the comments. Let me know how silly of me that was. It's done now. So, and even now people are like, what about now if you marry someone? No, marrying someone now, because like I said, I've been removed. So now I have this bar. Marrying someone, we could still do it. If anybody wants to marry, sure. But we still have to now go through the process of getting me pardoned for getting removed. Because it's like I've been expelled from school. Now I have to go ask the principal, hey, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Da 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 da. So yes, so nothing's impossible. As you guys know, I am a believer. I know God can do all things. And I don't know what's going to be the way I go back as of now. But if it is through marriage, who knows? Laws change every day. As administrations come to the U.S., every single person changes something. Sometimes they tighten it up, and sometimes you never know. There are loopholes. So while tightening something up, something might happen that I could slip through the crack. You never know. So I am very hopeful. I don't count anything out. I don't think anything's impossible. And so we shall see what happens. And y'all will be the first to know, because I will definitely get on here and tell you all about it. If anything happens in my favor, that can help me go back. But as of now, I am here in DR, and you guys are coming along with me virtually, and I appreciate you. So thanks again for watching. Drop down in the comments. Let's have a conversation. Let me know how you feel about this topic. Let me know if you know anybody got married and maybe it worked, maybe it didn't work. Let me know what the process is like if you know anyone who's been through it. I would love to hear some of your stories. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.